as the wheels turn. Every Thursday night we pedaling as the wheels turn. Racing through the streets and through the hills as the wheels turn. Every Thursday night we pedaling as the wheels turn. Streaming live with Turner, so yes.
A pleasant good night, cycling fans and supporters in Belize and across the world. Welcome to the
133rd edition of As the Wheels Turn.
The hot day in the country, man, but still beautiful. You know, we still have to give thanks and praises that we are here another week to share cycling news with our cycling fans.
Absolutely. A pleasant good night, Andrew, to you. Pleasant good night to the technical staff and to all our listeners and viewers out there tonight. Thank you again for welcoming us to your living room, to your phone screen, wherever you're logged in at watching. We appreciate the support. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Another exciting show.
Yes, man.
Lots of fun stuff.
And
happening.
prizes. Yeah.
Cycling has never been bigger in Belize.
Yep.
Thanks to the bike doctor himself. He has a big role in this. And
no, man, I'm just a part of it. I'm just a little part of it.
Yeah, I mean, you're a big part of it. He's humble, guys. But thank you, Andrew, and another exciting show. As always, we'll let you kick it off with your special thank yous and birthday greetings and all that fun stuff.
Yeah. So the Sturgeon fix up the camera. All right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So, folks, like I said, welcome. Pleasant good night. I'm here in beautiful Barrel Boom. We want to start out by before we get into our results of races. We like to start out with birthday greetings. We have some birthday greetings tonight. Fred Usher celebrated his birthday and also he celebrated his wedding anniversary on the same day. So the man say get married pan birthday.
Shout out to Fred. 35 years of marriage.
Oh, but you don't want to tell me? When I ask her, I say, I don't want to tell her that.
I got the inside information. Oh. We train on Tuesdays to get us. Fred, I'm letting the secret out the bag.
Yeah. But congratulations and happy birthday, Fred Usher. Adrian Popper, we call him Stray, celebrate his birthday today. Cleon Brasta always help the cycling tradition with races.
One of the officials out there.
Happy
birthday, Cleon.
Robin Miller celebrated her birthday. And coming up Saturday.
Who's Robin Miller?
Robin Miller is the mother of Keith Enright Jr. and a young man.
Yes. Big shout out to Robin Miller. You know what? I was wondering what her name was. I actually want to give her a big shout out. So it's her birthday. But she is one of those dedicated parents.
Exactly.
If you notice, she was down in South for both races. And she actually stayed overnight with the boys. Took them out to lunch. She was telling me her little story about just how dedicated she is, and she's not totally reliant on the sponsors. She's getting support for these boys, getting taking care of hotels and everything else. So big kudos, because as you know, it takes a lot of support and resources to do what we do. Robin, well done. Thank you very much for doing that.
The next son named Anthony Miller. And Anthony only ride bike, he play basketball too, and she got all the games.
Awesome.
Yeah, she got all the games.
She was super excited to do it, and not only just for her son, but for the other teammates as well on the G Flow Junior team. So congratulations. We need more folks, and there are plenty like that, but we need more supportive parents like Robin.
Yep. And coming up Saturday, guess whose birthday coming up Saturday? Well, the man have a big party, but another day, Mr. Kevin Logan.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Kev. Happy birthday, Kev. Happy birthday.
Yeah. Those are the birthday.
There's one more I have to add on there.
Okay, add it on.
My beautiful niece, Shelly Gillett Burns. was her birthday on June 2nd.
All right.
So congratulations to her. We'll celebrate this weekend on the farm.
Okay, great.
Yeah, in Bermuda Landing. So she's celebrating her birthday, and yeah, we look forward to spend some time with them.
Yes, man. Farm life. Yeah. Yes. Of course, you know, before we move forward, we want to say big up Ashton Clothing, and of course, Mr. Kevin Logan for providing our food every week.
Excellent.
So, with that said, let's move on. We have some results, right?
Yes. What would you like to jump in first?
Well, the Pomona race, I believe.
Okay, sure. So we could do the Pomona race. So, guys, all your listeners out there, if you're not aware, but this weekend was a big weekend of racing down south.
Right, down south.
Yeah, so we had 2 days of racing, right? So we had the Pomona Day, and they invited the Cycling Federation to be a part of it, and also the different clubs. And we traveled down there to support cycling, because of course, you know, cycling, obviously, you know, centrally, you know, in Belize, there's always a lot of support for local, you know, local races around here. But when there's races outside, we want to make sure we're making effort as well. All our cyclists are making effort to go down there. And I want to say that both races were pretty well represented. The Pomona race, obviously, is a smaller race. We had probably close to 30 riders, and they were celebrating Pomona Day, which is a huge deal for them. And it was fun to actually get out there, Andrew, and just see something different, right? I had a blast. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So it was all the categories. We had the females, we had junior, we had masters, 40 plus. We had masters 4-5, and then elites.
Okay.
The juniors and females, they rode by themselves, and then there was the juniors rode with the elites. Juniors rode with elites. The female rode by themselves. There was one winner.
It's Irene Baki.
Irene Baki on the female. She won that race.
We
don't have any pictures for that race.
I leave one.
Yeah, so the Pomona one didn't have any pictures because it was coincide with another event, and the cycling presentation was running a little bit late, so they didn't take any pictures. But Irene Baki won for the female. The junior was Richie Rosado. He won that for the junior. On the Masters 4-5, it was Mr. Lovell, Colonel Lovell, was first, and then Mike Wagner.
Okay.
And then in the Masters 40 plus, it was Kent Bob Gabriel first. Second was Roque Matos, and myself, D. Wade, was third. The elite first was a great race by
Baptist Hollister.
No. It was Derek Chavarria.
Okay.
Derek Chavarria was first. Hollister Baptist was actually second.
Okay.
And then third was Fernando Rosado. So that's the result for the Pomona Day race. So thank you guys for the invitation to that race. We appreciate it. We rode roughly 60 miles. The route was between Pomona Village to downtown Dangriga, and back. We did that 3 times for a total of 60 miles. Yeah. Then on Sunday was a monster.
Yep.
Which you was a part of.
Right. Yep. Travel early.
Very exciting.
Yep.
You want to tell us a little bit about that race?
Well, I mentioned about the joke. He had you remember just a week before when I had the international Master Story Santinos? You remember I had a new friendly RC that started the second day stage race?
Yes.
All right. Well, we stopped by a house, and that same RC was at the house. So I got a hold the horse by what call the thing, the bridle or whatever.
Yeah, the altar.
And I see the horse behave kind of way. They kick up his head and stamp the foot. The lady say, "You feel like you're going to tie up, so you know like that." So anyway, I move away from the horse. So I hear mango the drop. So I said, "Lady, if I go get some mango, so I can get mango." When I come out at the half under the mango tree, the horse approached me. Boy, the horse had to chase me around the thing. You should see me, I throw some and jump in at the vehicle.
Really?
And me horse thought for friendly horse. They attack me. I said, well, I jump in at the vehicle. Boy, that was we wish we catch it on camera, right?
Yeah.
So that started the day.
So you had two interaction with the horse, no?
Yes, man. The first one was friendly. The second one was not too friendly.
Yeah.
I must say, I remember you. Yes, so yeah, man. So we moved down to Griga, where the Mr. Levy, friends and family had a beautiful all day of cycling. A beautiful race. We started somewhere around 8:30 in the morning, and each race had their own time. They get on the way and finish, and the next race started.
So we started off with what? Female
race. Yes,
then junior, then masters, then elite.
Yeah.
4 races.
4 races.
And who covered all those 4 races?
I spent 7 hours 46 minutes or something on that motorcycle.
Wow.
It's a long day.
Yeah, it's like cross country training.
Boy,
Wouldn't be up on the road.
I tell you, that was the roughest. I guess it's because of the motorcycle in Japan. It was not too comfortable. I screamed out on the live and said I need a cushion, right? And the crew from the M&Ms. I think I gave in a sweater, mom.
I noticed
but a cushion.
Yeah.
But even with the cushion, it was still rough. So but nevertheless. You know, I'm going the extra mile for the fans. You
Notice,
understand?
you're a monster, man. You're a monster. Look,
it was fun.
I gotta give the viewers this story, right? Just to put a visual to what's going on and what Andrew is saying, right? So I'm coming in for my race, which starts after the junior race. So the junior race is basically taking off, and I'm coming in, and the sight that I saw was 2 guys on a motorcycle hopping over a bump, and literally donuts is in the air, floating, and it's crazy. Like I'm pulling up, and that's what I'm seeing. It's like acrobatic live streaming.
Yeah. What happened? I didn't because paying attention to the race. I didn't realize the bump was coming up.
Okay.
But you know, I always ask my driver to carry a knapsack, and I hold on to that like a rein.
Right.
So when I flap in the air, I make sure I hang on so that I don't fly off the cycle.
So what we're gonna have to do, guys, is get some seat belts or bungee cords and just kind of like strap you in. I think that might be the next addition. I mean, you've got quite some gadgets, you know, that you kind of created that work well for you, based on, you know. So I think the bungee cords on the side, might help, right?
We'll see.
But yeah, I mean that adds to the excitement. But yeah, so
Is this the association page of that Hollister Baptist the winner?
Oh, Hollister was the winner?
Yeah.
Okay.
That appealed to me that Hollister was the winner.
Okay, then maybe because Hollister had a fall. And then Chav waited up for him. Okay,
exactly.
So and probably gave him the okay.
Right.
Because they're teammates anyways. All right. Well, thanks for that correction, Elston. So, Hollister was first. Chav was second. But those guys broke away from. Well, Hollister was running from the first lap, and then Chav on the return, Chav bridged over to him, and then that duo just continued. Running, you know, they were ahead of us probably a good, 2 minutes or so. So yeah, congratulations, guys.
Yes, man. Cool. So in the first race for the Levy friends and family annual race, then I had 3 young ladies taking part, and young Irene Baki came out in top. On the top spot.
Irene cleaned up that weekend.
Yeah, beating out the hero of Griga, Ariel Garden, who very humble young lady, very humble. Even in her interview, she smiles, she talks. So that's what we want to see, right?
Absolutely.
And I got the chance to meet the next young lady we started ride from Griga. She and her mom was out there too. And in second place was
Kelsey Castillo.
Third place was Kelsey Castillo. And the race, even though it was only 3 young ladies, it was exciting because when it first started, there was a station prize, and Kelsey narrowly edged out Ariel for that prize.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, exciting.
Yes.
And Kelsey was the recipient of one of the bikes, correct? Or no? Was she a recipient of one of the the bikes by the donors, or
Not Kelsey. Irene
was,
Irene Baki got from I think that is that Kevin Logan.
and then Ariel Gordon.
And Ariel Gordon also. Yeah,
Okay,
she got
excellent,
from
excellent.
Sir Fred Gill. I think Irene one was from both Nigel Stewart
Stuart and Robert
Senior
Robert family.
and Kevin Logan.
Okay,
yeah.
excellent, guys. Continue supporting our young folks. We appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yes,
and,
man.
you know, these guys are definitely making good use of it, because they're out
Exactly.
there racing. Irene, like I said, she did back-to-back races, because she did the Pomona race and also did the Levy Friends and Family. And then the next race was the junior.
Which was very exciting.
Very
too.
exciting.
Very exciting. So the junior race, you could get the result of that.
Sure. So in that race, it seems like the guy that won did a phenomenal ride. Keith Enright Jr. We got to big him up. In my opinion, it's one of the better performances. I know we always talk about Jalen Briseño, and obviously not taking away anything from Jalen. He's obviously a great talent, but you know, what I saw from Keith was a phenomenal ride. That course had a strong headwind coming back into Griga, right? And that young man actually ran. He got away from the first lap.
Yep, shortly, you had a break about 3 guys, and then when they caught up, he attacked.
So he got away actually in the first lap going towards the turning point, right? And he continued that solo run. And you had, you know, a lot of big names chasing him. He continued that solo run all the way through and winning the race in a solo fashion. So Keith.
And you know something? He had a mechanical, well, actually have electronic, and he had the real count out. So
wow.
Pan any man ride pan
1 year.
Yeah, because somebody started to ride too much of a heavy gear, but he didn't have an option. He derailed fail, and so
wow.
he had to ride on 1 gear.
So even yeah, but great performance. I mean, that was actually a very dominant performance. And like I said, one of the better rides I've seen from a junior rider in a long time. So Keith, fantastic job. Second was Keith's teammate Devin Major. Third was Aiden Bossano.
I want to give a story about Aiden too. There was Keith out front, and then you had 3 other riders. I think you had Richie Rosado, along with who else was there? When next young man there? Carmine. And
Richie, Carmine, and
Bossano wasn't there, and then and of course Devin Major. And when we left, we thought it was only those 3, and Bossano rode across, and Bossano, there was an extremely close sprint between himself and Devin Major. So
for second,
yes, close to Mr. Bossano.
And big up to the Griga Cycling Club.
Big up to Griga Cycling Club.
That's Bossano is out of the Griga Cycling Club. So is Tamarin Morris. So these guys are producing some pretty strong kids, right? Because this is an up and coming name. You know, I haven't called this name too often on the podium, so it's nice to see him on the podium. And again, this was a strong junior field. There was a lot of juniors in this race. All the top juniors were in this race. You had Jalen Briseño was in this race. You had the entire Valvoline junior team, Jaheim Lewis, right? You had Tamarin Morris was there.
No, Tamarin didn't ride this. Yeah, because he graduated.
Right.
So,
okay. Tamarin was out there. Okay, good. But you had you know, Richie Rosado. So quite a good junior field, and for him to get third on this in this field was quite impressive. So continue the great work. Carmine was fourth.
The young man Jarrell Martinez
Smith.
rode very well. He's from Griga Cycling.
Yep.
Yeah.
And fifth is the strong Richie Rosado. Richie is doing a fantastic job. He did a lot of work in that race, and he finished off 5th place in the podium. So nice job, Richie. In the Masters category, another exciting race. We had Jose Choto with a fantastic ride. David Balam was second. Third was Luis Balam. Fourth, Dwayne Wade. Fifth, Preston Martinez. And in the elite field, there was a top 10 prizes in the elite field. And that was quite an exciting race. The first lap coming back, we had about 7 guys that got away.
Right.
But as usual in Belize cycling, no one cooperated, no one wanted to work together. So that break, by the time they went for the turn and back, it was all together. And then Hollister Baptist was running for quite some time, sacrificing for his team. He did a fantastic job there. But then he was caught on the last lap. And coming back into Griga for the final sponge sprint, Derek Chavarria with a late jump jumped the field and gapped him a little bit, so he got first. And then Jiven Gonzalez and Giovanni Lovell sprinted for second and third. Was very close. Fourth was Carlton Robinson. Fifth was Gregory Lovell. Sixth was Dylan Levy. Seventh was Kenyon Stanford. Eighth was Devin Asweta. Ninth, Dijon Hyde. They're always consistent, Dijon Hyde. And rounded off the top 10 was Jocelyn Chavarria. It just goes to show, like, the you know how cycling is, you know, tales of two different days, right? In the Pomona day, a smaller field, a lot more attacks. You know, you had both Giovanni Lovell and Gregory Lovell. They were not even, you know, in the top 10 in that race, and Giovanni was third on Sunday, and Greg was fifth, right?
Yeah, you know, my funny thing.
Yeah.
Because they're up close to the cyclist, there was a lot of, like, you know, talking back and forth during the race, and so Byron Pope pulled up and I said, "Don't you see? They expect that the only alliance work look like we are the only team here, right?"
Yeah.
So Bob Taylor for the other national team, right? So and the back and forth.
Yeah.
So you know, sometimes when you're there, you have fun. People just watch it live and they don't realize the amount of words exchange between cyclists, and it's just competitive. It's not, the guys don't really mean nothing, but you know, in the heat of competition, you know, the exchange might happen where people feel like they fight and call, but they are not. I mean, it was just pure fun, and it was a day of fun indeed. I really had I took a licking, but I enjoyed, and I must say the love I received from the Griga fans, from the Levy family. You know, I have to tell them a big thank you. I appreciate being down south, the cultural capital. I mean, you know, you receive love. I mean, anything I ask for, I get. I stop and I say, I need something to drink when I reach there. Coke come to me, water come to me.
And right? I believe you even got an award from the Levy.
Of course, yes. I got Black Label. I got a T-shirt. I got an award.
Nice.
Yes, I got, you know.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
Well, yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah,
good job.
So I want to thank the Levy, Mr. Levy, friends and family, cycling, annual cycling community. Thank you. I appreciate everything you guys are doing down south, and appreciate the award that you guys gave me. I didn't know that was coming, you know, but
Pleasant surprise.
Yeah, keep up the good work. I'll be back, you know, supporting you guys too.
Yeah, I would definitely like to second those sentiments, Andrew. Is that I had a fantastic time, you know, at both events. The love that was shown, especially the Mr. Levy race. I mean, you know, his wife and the support team in their vehicle out there.
Boys on the bottom.
Look, they were neutral support for all the races,
right.
and they didn't skip a beat, man. You know, I didn't have a dedicated service, and I gave them my bottles, and you know, they were checking on me without me even asking, and not only me, but I mean all the other riders they were looking after. So big thank you and appreciation to Mr. Levy, his wife, his entire family. You know, from the whole registration process, everything is well organized. The MC, Rugged Flores, was hyping up the crowd.
Yeah,
fantastic job.
Well, they have Mr. Levy. They have one employee, the young lady, and she gone out there and service that young lady. When I say hey, she got crayfish, she burned up, but she says she loved it. And that's amazing. You find out that somebody will work for you and say, "This is my day off," and when but she gone out there and she assists the Levy family. I mean, that I think they're not small stories that people don't hear about. Behind the scene, people might say the cyclists and race, but they not say the people are putting the hard work, where they were the dedication. You know, it's a whole team process, and sometimes people behind the scenes don't get big up. So I take this opportunity for big up them people behind the scenes. You know, the people who do the young ladies who do their registration,
Scully, yes, Scully, rugged is the man. Rugged keep the crowd entertained. But yeah, Andrew, like, and I said, like, me personally, riding the race, and I didn't have a dedicated service. For me, those individuals are huge, like huge, because I wouldn't be able to, you know, finish as strongly as I did without the nutrition and the hydration. You know, they had bananas, you know, a whole crate of bananas out there. They had the bars, pretty much anything you needed. So, Mr. Levy, will continue supporting you. Thank you very, very much, you and your family. You know, and that kind of support, you know, it shows and it produces champion, because look at the young Dylan Levy.
Yep.
Right? Look at the young Dylan Levy. Dylan is actually representing Belize nationally. And that's Mr. Levy's son, but it shows that how committed they are, not only to their own son, but to the whole entire cycling community. So we love to see that. Thank you guys very much. We can't wait until next year to continue supporting you for the 4th edition of the Levy Friends and Family event. So thank you very much. Thanks for the great prizes. Congratulations to all the winners. And we look forward to being there with you guys again.
Yes, man. And so we have 2 more.
So that takes us to the next race, which was today's race.
Today's race, this morning race.
This morning's race, the guns, usually guns, the guns, big guns Thursday SmackDown, no?
Yep.
I was surprised to see you out there this morning.
Yes, Mr. Guns is out of the country, and he asked me if, you know, I could, you know, assist him. I tell him, you know, you have to ask, you know, once I'm able to help, you know, I was out there, beautiful race this morning, very exciting. From the guns, and what made it more interesting too, because you had extra prizes for the bees.
Yes.
So yeah, so the
was top 5B, correct?
Top 5B, right? Top 5B, yeah.
Yeah. So that was exciting, and when I pulled up and I saw you out there, I said, man, it's time to perform. It's time to perform. I know Mr. Guns is great and he's got his viewers, but when Andrew Adonis is live streaming, there's nothing like that, you know. So
no, but Mr. Guns really do an awesome job too. So yeah,
he does. Both of you guys are amazing. Both of you guys are amazing. Yeah. So it was a great race. I mean, a little 23-mile race, and it's basically, you know, part of my training program is just to come out and ride aggressive. You know, it's great to win races, but for me, win, lose or draw, I know that I'll ride the race hard. You know?
Well, I had my share of fun this morning too, because
tell me about it.
Because you had 3 guys in the break. You had Judge Abraham Jr., you had Williams Jr., and you had Philip Leslie. And as soon as we reached through the Boom Road, this guy by the name of D Wade bridged the gap. And as soon as D Wade reached there, everything shut down, and the whole crowd come back. So I said. But the thing is, the race continued, and then other riders got away, and Smokes made a bid just after we left the 6-mile bridge. And I said, man, you guys Smokes are riding solo, but there comes a group, and surprise, Kaya Katoos get on the front, boy. Kaya Katoos start to hammer it. I think Kaya Katoos blow off Bingo, blow off Valan Sims. That's why somebody tell me that Valan Sims gone through the back door and Kaya get on it. So Valan, you have to...
Yeah, Kaya was strong this morning. So they started the race. Kaya's like, D-Wade, I need a little, what did she call it? Like someone to kind of look after her, right? I said, okay, no problem, Kaya, sit in, you know? And we were working really good together, but once I bridge crossed that break and those guys didn't want to work, and you know, I tried. I mean, I tried to get them to work and everything else, because I figured I was a strong break, right? I just wanted to ride hard, and you know, if I didn't win from the break, that would have been fine with me. If someone else won from the break, I just kind of wanted. Once a break is established, it's good to keep that break going, right? So once that didn't happen, I just kind of sat back and said, I'm just gonna ride towards the front, and no other split's gonna happen without me. So so that's kind of what I did, and like you said, coming down the stretch, it came in at a good tempo. Like this one wasn't like people weren't flying off. You know, there's a couple of guys off on the front, and then everyone was kind of chasing them. So I knew like Alvan and Smokes, and then when they had Williams, I knew they were gonna get catch. You know what I'm saying? Because those guys didn't have the push to finish to the line. If you notice, they weren't like, you know, pushing, and we were coming with a nice momentum. So once I got over the bump, that's the kind of distance where I'm looking at, right? That's and then I I just let it loose. I'm like, well, you guys will have to pass me from here. And luckily, I held on for the win. So I'm grateful for that. It felt good to get a win. But again, like I said, it's not it's not a big race or anything like that. But
Judge, you can put up a picture with that?
yeah, it's good
You
to.
want to put up the video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Put up the video first.
If you want, yeah.
Yeah.
Can play quick then.
But it was
Field of Riders, here comes the Field of Riders. We make our way to the finish. A mad dash for the line, a mad dash for the line. I'm looking back to try to keep the guys in focus. A mad dash for the line. We're heading to the finishing line, folks. A mad dash, a mad dash. Who will it be? Who will it be? Who will it be? Who will it be? George Evan. And here comes the Riders, here comes the Riders. It's D Wade, followed by Philip Leslie, Barney Brown.
yeah. So you had some pretty fast guys in there. Shout out to Philip Leslie, who rode a good race, although he didn't want to push the brake. He knew why, because they had a strong team. Later on, Smokes was getting set up for the win, so they did their team strategy, and they almost came away with the win. So you can't really argue with that, right? I'm out there by myself, so I have to. There's a lot of calculations going on with me, and I got to figure out where to go and who to go with. So today, like I said, today I'm grateful that it happened my way, but a lot of times it doesn't go my way too. But that's racing, and win, lose, or draw, we always congratulate the guys who win. Like a great race by Philip, like I said, great race by Barney Brown, who won the B category. Barney is always one of the fast guys out there.
Punctured, no?
He got flat?
He got flat and had to ride the way back, but
okay.
The wheel had me get.
But he got a spare wheel?
He got a spare wheel.
Okay. But Barney is strong. I trained with him on Tuesday, so he did a fantastic ride. Palace always pretty steady as well up there, and a lot of guys rode pretty strong today, and it was a good race. But like I said, I always respect to my competitors, and if they beat me, it's great. If I win, it's great. So we move on to the next race.
Yeah. So Judge up a slide over there.
Yeah. So the top 10. The top 10 was D Wade first, Philip Leslie second, Barney Brown third, Fitzgerald Joseph was fourth, Valance Sims came back. Yeah. Fifth place. Sixth was Steven Jurgensen. Seventh was Warren Cowie. Eighth was Alex Pratt. Ninth was Kenneth Butler. And 10th was Delan Abraham, who was just getting back on his bike. So nice to see him in the top 10. Shout out to the older guys who are in the top 5 there, Barney and Barney, Valan and Palas.
You see where where Judge Junior Macado, he said, "Find the camera for me, brother. Watch out in the vehicle." Dylan lay right out. Dylan said, "Boy, I'm about to ride." Did you realize?
Hey, you know what I said, wet up the man. He wet up the man. Yeah, like really kind of revive him.
Yeah, revive him.
He was looking to pass out, but I mean, he went deep and he got it top 10, right? That's what you got to do.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
So that's it for the races. They never show the B category, George. Overall, you may show the top A's. There's a picture with the top B's.
Yeah, the top B first was Barney Brown. Second was Fitzgerald Joseph was second in the B.
The pictures of the slide, the bottom.
In the slide. Okay, all right. Okay.
I just show the top 10. I don't really walk it down by.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, but I'll let you guys know the B category. So it was Barney, first, second was Palas, third was Warren, fourth was Alex Pratt, and Kenneth, leave me alone, Butler was fifth. Shout out to Kenneth Butler as well. He's consistently on the podium here.
Leave me alone.
In a lot of races actually. So that's good job by him. And it shows, when we always talk about this, Andrew, is like consistency. I'm on the road a lot, so I know who's training and who is not. And Butler is putting in his work. He's, he lives in the city, and he's coming all the way up to Hattieville and doing his 50+ miles on the weekdays, and it shows, right? Because he's on the podium. So as long as you put in the work and you're consistent, like my good friend Smoke says, you put in the work, you're consistent, the good Lord is going to bless you. So your day is going to come, right? So that's how it goes, man.
So you want to take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk about the international team.
Okay, sounds good.
So we'll take a short break, and when we return, we'll talk about our guys in Honduras taking part in the Caribbean Championship.
as the wheels turn. Every Thursday night at 6:30 as the wheels turn. Racing through the streets and through the hills as the wheels turn. Every Thursday night we pedaling as the wheels turn. Streaming live with Podium, so yes. I sit and watch as the wheel turns. My bike is where I get my thrill. Up and down, riding through the hills. I have no fear as I climb and change my gear. Through the valley so steep, now we on the street. Yeah. As the wheels turn. Every Thursday night at 6:30 as the wheels turn. Racing through the streets and through the hills as the wheels turn. Every Thursday night we pedaling as the wheels turn. Streaming live with Podium, so yes.
Yes, folks, welcome back to the 133rd edition of As the Wheel Turns. A team of Belizean cyclists and officials departed Belize, I think last Tuesday, for Honduras to take part in the Caribbean Cycling Championship. I think you have some information. I think when they did the time trial today.
Yes, we do. So there was a team of
That's a team right there.
of 10 guys, yeah.
You want to call the names
Yep,
out?
of 10 guys went. So we had 5 under 23 and 5 elites. So the 5 under 23 was Dijon Hyde, Leon Leslie. We had Fernando Rosado. We had Jaiven Gonzalez. And we had Derek Chavarria Jr. The elites were Atlee Lozano. We had Byron Pope. We had Carlton Robinson. We had Dylan Levy. Who are we missing?
Giovanni Lovell.
Giovanni Lovell. Correct. Thanks. My host with all the information. So that's the team. And then the support personnel was Douglas Lam as the coach. We had technical representative was Don Smith. And we had Glenn Crawford. So that's a nice delegation that went over there. I was happy to see that the federation made an adjustment from the Brazil trip to the Honduras trip, which was nice. The fact that Douglas Lam is on the trip and also Glenn Crawford. I think those guys will definitely add some benefits to that team as far as the overall preparation, race preparation, and also execution of the strategies. So we wish those guys all the best. Today was the individual time trial. We had 3 guys participating. We had in the under 23 was Dijon Hyde, who got 13th place in that team time trial. So we're moving up. We're right there. And we had Carlton Robinson, who was 15th. And his teammate Byron Pope, who was 19th. Right, so we'll encourage those guys to continue their training as far as in preparation for these international tours. Obviously, as long as time trial is a part of it, we wanna work with the federation to make sure they're having those kinds of preparation.
One note I have to make. So with time trialing, they actually have a special machine. There's a jig, and so your bike you put your bike side a jig, and if your bike if you meet specification, they want to do the adjustment. So what we ask the riders and even the Cycling Federation, and believe it or not, jig, it's not the professional one, but you have all the measurements, the dimension on it. So get our riders to put their bike beside the jig. It's not hard. You can go on YouTube and you show exactly, you know, where your sheets should be, where the marks, and so some of our riders get used to their position on the TT bike. They want to fix themselves, and then it's I think you got a call from Dijon and said that he had to make a lot of adjustments. I think young Jalen Briseno had to do the same thing in Brazil.
And then Derek Chavarria didn't even start because he couldn't get his adjusted correctly.
And so these things you have to prepare, because and TT the painful race. I hate TT. I mean, it's we call it the race of truth, because you see when the body finishes in Baba, it's I mean, I watch one these segment and when I see how fast somebody go, I realize, man, that is something we have to work towards. You have to be prepared.
Well, Andrew, the thing is that you know, we keep sending athletes to these games, and we know that time trial is a part of it, right? For example, tomorrow, in my interview with Dijon just before the show started, he said there's a team time trial.
Team time trial.
To the best of my knowledge, I've never seen a team time trial race. Have you seen a team time trial race in police?
No.
So again, please don't get me wrong, guys. I am not by no means criticizing, bashing anyone here. What I want is the best for our athletes, right? We cannot expect results if we're not preparing, right? You have to prepare in order to succeed, okay? We already are getting the opportunities. We know what to expect now, right? These events, they're, you know, individual time trials. Now there's team time trials and road race, right? So we need to make sure we identify the courses and the disciplines that our athletes, Andrew, are getting involved in when they go on these specific trips. Now, each one will be different. For example, there's a team time trial in Honduras. There was not a team time trial in Brazil.
Right.
There was an individual time trial. Also, coming back to the jig, now I'm understanding it better. So it's basically, you know, with we were talking about it before the show. So it's basically all the riders need to be within a perimeter between your seat, the distance between the saddle and the time trial handlebar. Right. There's a specific distance there that each bike has to adhere to. So that is not something difficult, right? I mean, you know what it is.
Right.
If you know what that is, then you have the cycling body should make sure that all TT bikes
meet requirements.
Meet the requirements, and then the riders are racing and training on the bikes as they would be racing in the races,
exactly.
right? And also, if we know that there is a time where our athletes are going to be doing time trial, then we should be having some time trial races and preparation leading up to that, right? And again, this is not saying anything about any cycling body or any federation. Right? It just makes a lot of common sense to do it that way, right? Preparing our athletes to succeed. Also with the courses, right? I was speaking with our athletes that were going, and they were not made aware of the course until maybe a few days before they actually travel. Now, my understanding of the course is they'll be doing laps, and it's about a 1.5 mile climb on each lap with a 4% grade, right? We can replicate that in Belize. You know, we have the 1 mile climb in the Mountain Pine Ridge Road. That would be perfect for that, right? So it's the course is roughly 15 miles, 1 lap with that climb. So we can actually replicate it. But just imagine if we had this information, and again, I don't know, you know, where the information would be coming from, how early we can get that information, but I would suppose that, you know, this is something that's been planned. You know, these games are planned in advance, and we can get that information, right? So if we get that information, we can actually have our national team preparing on these courses, and the more we prepare, it will better our opportunities when we go. I mean, do you agree with that? What's your take on that?
And you know, my take is, I said, okay, if you have 10 miles time trial, you find out what your competition, or you find out what are the record, how fast somebody do that 10 miles in a, and if you hear the man do that distance in that 10 miles, in a 30
For example, not to cut you, but for example, that winning time last year, whoever won the gold, silver, and bronze medal last year, that information is there, right?
It's there, right? So you use that.
So,
And if you are not able, to come close, you know, like me, I say, why I don't think I want to take part in a race because it's so you have to practice. You know, you have a goal to set. You know, okay, we have to do this this speed here for even have a chance. You understand? Or even a close. So the moment you go out there and
if you're far off,
you waste of time. You waste of time.
Exactly.
You actually, to me, you embarrass yourself and your country. You understand? And so we just can't just pick up people and have them take part in this thing because, you know, the people, you know, mention about, you know, we get calls and people, you know, say, man, it's sad that, you know, they embarrass the guys. But the thing is, you have to preparation. Like what they say, if you fail to prepare to fail. You understand? And so we ask that moving forward, these are things that we have to zero in. You have to be fighting for a medal because if you go there and you just go on a trip.
Right, and in these games, the Central this is the Central Caribbean Championship, right? We have a fighting chance. You know, this is our region.
Yes,
we have a fighting chance, right? So, but we lose that fighting chance if we're not preparing our athletes, right? Again, making sure they have the right equipment, making sure they know about the courses long in advance, know exactly the discipline they're doing. Like you said, the length of the time trial, the course of what that time trial is going to be on, and then let's replicate that same race. Let's replicate it here in Belize as best as we can, right? Replicate the race and have these guys doing it. You know, I don't know, 45 days, 60 days out. Just have them doing that once a week. Once a week, the national team guys, right? And also the road race is the same thing. And what you will notice is the first year you start doing that, you probably won't win the medal. But as you continue doing this, right, the consistency of that, right, consistency. I'll bet that in the future we'll be very, very competitive in the medal space. So that's just something, like I said, you know, the information is there. It's kind of what we choose to do with it. And I think that preparing our athletes, selecting national teams early, getting the courses, you know, get visibility into the courses early, making the riders and the coaches aware of what the courses are, right? And just prepare. Look, cycling is one of the hardest sports in the world.
Rough.
And it's even much harder if you don't prepare.
Yeah.
Right?
One of the athletes had called me and he said, you know, he said it's tough. He said, Andrew, he said, I wanted to do the race. He said, but you get a call and say, you know, the trip they come, are you going? He said, never get a call and ask if in a shape. What condition the bike in, and these are things that the process, as I said, process a long ahead of time. It's not just jump up because you will have failure, and you know what happen? You look bad because fans start to tease you, people make mockery of you, and you know it makes some athletes turn away and say, listen to. They want everything skin because if you have thick skin, it's not about you, but they want everything skin or turn away and say, man, you know, that's true, I don't failure because you know prepare, and so we ask that. You know, you have to prepare.
Absolutely, you got. I mean, there's like I said, there's a process. You have to, you know, and the process would probably look something like that. You have to select your national teams early. You have to identify the courses that the different team members, because it's going to be a big national team, and then you're going to say, okay, these guys suit these games better than these guys, and then these. You know what I mean? So you select your national team early. Then you identify the courses from the specific national events, international events that you're gonna send your riders, right? After you identify that, you make the coach of the national team aware of that, right? And then you start putting in a preparation plan. That's the next thing, a preparation plan for the athletes to be successful. Time trial, racing against the clock. It's pretty simple. You know what time you need to be competitive. It's kind of like if you're racing a racehorse, you always see the trainers with a stopwatch, right? Yeah. So you know exactly. I have to do, 10 kilometers in so much time. Right? It's not that difficult. So now it becomes preparing the athletes to get as close as possible to that time. And again, this is not going to happen in just 1 year, right? It's going to be but you want to see that process and that structure and that infrastructure in place to get us there. But just selecting these teams, and I understand because I'm close to the people in the federation and their PR guy, Stephen Bissett. I speak with him all the time, and there's some complications around financing the national teams, right? And certain individuals, they have to front that money, and that's great. That individual is taking that load on, and we appreciate that. So thanks a lot. But even with that being said, I mean, you don't want to put out your resources if you're sending athletes that are not prepared either, right? So it's great that you're putting out your resources, but it'd be nice to, let's get our guys prepared, because I think within our region we have some solid athletes. I'm very, what do you think? I mean, these guys, the names that we're calling are solid athletes. The Derek Chavarria Jr., the Javen Gonzalez, the Carlton Robinson, the young Dijon Hyde. Those guys are. They're Jalen Briseño on the junior side. We've got some good, strong athletes, and we need to put the infrastructure in place.
Tweak them up.
Yes, to get them to that next level, right? So that's my plea to the cycling. But like I said, they're doing as good a job as they can do with what's available to them now. But again, I'm just putting that out there. And perhaps, Andrew, one of the things that I was thinking, that if we select these teams earlier and then put a kind of a campaign around these teams, perhaps we can get funding.
Yes, of course. They have people out there who are willing to help.
Yeah, because one thing is that sports brings a lot of national pride.
Well, I was, I had a serious, maybe I might let this conversation for next time, but I had a serious conversation with somebody would deal with the sports council, and I understand some school said sports are a waste of time. They are into education, not sports. But we'll talk about that topic next time. But it's crazy that that away some of the high school think that sports. I mean, that's a part of. You go to the United States, sports that will make their kids become millionaires because they get involved in sports, and after they leave sports, they have something to fall back on because they have education. But as important as education is, sporting activities is good for young kids because they have all this energy.
Absolutely, and I think some of the things that you learn from sports and being on a sporting team is just teamwork in order and being able to work along with different individuals and people having different goals. So you might be on a team and I have a different goal from your goal, but we work together and we accomplish both goals, right? And then when you get in the field and you start working, it becomes the same thing because then you become part of a team. So like a department, you might be in a department with 6 other individuals, and the skills that you learn from being on a team, sports team, are those same skills that carry over, in that. So that's some of the things that I always support, student athletes. I think that's a big deal.
So D coming up, so tomorrow is a team time trial, and then when the other race is what, Sunday?
Tomorrow is a team time trial. Again, I think we have a lot of firepower there, but I don't know how prepared those guys are.
Well, I could go down a limb that they are not prepared. I want to be honest and say they are not prepared.
But do we have the individual talents?
We're not prepared.
I know we're not prepared, but do we have the individual, if we had the infrastructure in place?
Not in time trial right now.
No, I'm saying, but do we have the talented people that can, if they were prepared?
If they're prepared, right? Yes.
That's the thing, Andrew, where I'm a little upset that the fact that we do have the great athletes, we just need to get them prepared.
Somebody come to the shop today and say, a good friend of ours say, there are certain people who crash, because they don't practice as time trial and they pull up on the wrong side, take out the riders. So they will tell you that you have to prepare.
Yeah, the good thing is that they're doing it. All the teams are doing it on their road bikes.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a team time trial on their road bike, and that's happening tomorrow, guys. I'm not sure if it's going to be live streaming, but hopefully it is, and we can watch it and support our guys. Again, win, lose, or draw, we're always with Belize. We're proud. We're proud of our guys to go out there and represent Belize. And I want to say, thanks to the federation again for giving these young men the opportunity. And they look very, very good and professional in the team presentation. The uniform is fantastic, spot on, representing Belize very well. So that is great. It's good to see that, right? Then on Sunday morning is the U23 road race, which would be your laps, and it'll be the hilly terrain. And then in the afternoon, it will be the elite road race. And then those guys wrap up the Central American Championship on Sunday, and they will head back to Belize sometime early in the week.
How much laps you said they won Sunday?
I am not quite sure. It's 15 miles each lap.
Each lap is 15 miles.
Yeah, and I think they're doing over 100 miles. Yeah.
So,
yep.
the calculation that be well over about.
Let me see.
Around 10 laps somewhere. No, not 10 laps. 15 miles. About 7.
I want to think it's somewhere around 9 laps.
9 laps. Okay.
9 laps, 130 miles or something like that. Is what I'm guessing. I believe that's what I was told, but. I apologize, I don't have the exact distance. If someone knows, definitely let us know. But
I think the road race we stand a better chance because you got more sitting, not like the TT, so road race we have a better chance.
Yeah.
And
but again, team time trial, we're just not prepared for that.
Yeah, and I believe our U23 team do have the best chance to medal.
Yeah. So five guys in the U23, right? In Dijon, Jiven, Derek Chavarria. Who are we missing?
Gavin Gonzalez.
I said Jiven.
Oh, okay, and Richard Rosado. I'm Fernando Rosado.
And then there was one more, right? 5.
Who was the next person there? Oh, Leon Leslie.
Yes, Leon Leslie. Okay, that's a pretty strong team.
And most of the guys there, those are team players because Rosado and ride himself into the ground for you. So does Dijon Hyde. So does Leon Leslie,
yeah.
And Javin Gonzalez along with you. So that we have a nice team.
Yeah. So if those guys can, if it's a big field, and I was kind of, giving those guys a little bit of pointers, right? As far as the climbs, every lap you want to, before the climb you want to get towards the front, and then you kind of work your way, back to make it a lot easier in the climb. But if those guys can get over those climbs and stay with the field, coming down to the stretch, you never know, we may have a chance, right? So. Want to continue supporting them?
Yes, man. I believe it will be streamed. So.
Well, Mr. Guns is out there.
But
I wonder if he's.
But the international people, they don't allow nobody for company course. They have one set of people stream it, and then they send it off to different countries.
But being a lap, he can go live, right?
Oh, you probably have to just stand on the side, but
right.
you can't follow the.
Sure.
You can't follow.
Yeah, that's an official.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, man. Guy, we'll take a short break when we come back. There are time for give us some prizes, right?
Excellent. Yeah. Wow.
So, folks, we'll take a next short break, and when we return, the prize will be given away tonight.
This is a Soul Fire production.
As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live with Turtle. So yes. I sit and watch as the wheel turns. My bike is where I get my thrill. Up and down, riding through the hills. I have no fear as I climb and change my gear. Through the valley so steep, now we on the street. Yeah. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30 as the wheels turn. Racing through the streets and through the hills as the wheels turn. Every Thursday night we pedaling as the wheels turn. Streaming live we turn on us, so yes.
Folks, welcome back. Put on your thinking caps. They have to put on your thinking caps because
Yes.
this is a part of some of the younger fans love, right? They want to win a prize.
The prizes and surprises, courtesy of Mr. Elston Wade Jr. from Birmingham Landing. Question number 1, guys. After winning his second cross country, he took 10 years to win his third. Who was that cyclist and what year he won his third cross country? Again, after winning his second cross country, he took 10 years to win his third. Who was that cyclist and what year he won his third cross country?
And you're winning a magazine along with a Cliff Bar, the Cliff Bar of the Briseño family, and the magazine of Erdones Bike Shop. So, this is the prize for the first question of the night, and all information here in the Cycling Bible. All the information. I think that's how Elson get there too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Big up yourself, Elston.
Put the year and
Yep.
and the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, one answer.
Right. Last name is good, right? They give you the last name and the year.
You would have to get the full name because
Full name,
I think
okay.
they have other people.
Okay. okay. But no. All right. So after winning his second cross country, he took 10 years to win his third. Who was that cyclist and what year he won his third cross country?
I have on the next mic, so then you have me when I talk to them.
Okay.
That's how big it is.
Well, Elson, we make the question difficult now.
Yeah.
Because one spell I done the ring bell already.
That's good though. Hey, the prices are good, so we're gonna make them a little challenging.
Tough.
So coming up this Saturday, do we have the Seaway? Have you heard anything about the Seaway race on
I
Saturday?
don't hear nothing yet. I don't hear nothing for Seaway.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seaway committed. I know next weekend will be full.
Winner.
We got a winner? All right.
Ring the bell.
Yeah, it's correct, right?
That's correct.
And that's Khadija Avila. Is that Khadija Francis Avila?
I would believe so.
Yes.
That's the correct. So
Nice job, Khadija.
Yeah, pick up
Robert
your
Ferguson in
magazine.
1944. See, those answers are out there, man.
yes, man, right there. So
Yeah.
All right. So moving on to the second question of the night, and the prize will be this Shonis Munga beware.
So this is a Garmin or a computer out front mount. It would have different connections for the different device you're using, whether it's Wahoo or Garmin. So you have different attachments, but this is an out front computer mount. Nice price, Andrew.
And the guys love that thing. Yeah,
No, this is nice. This is about a good 30-40 US right here you're looking at.
All right, and so that prize is given by Erdones Bike Shop. And the second question of the night, his nickname was Mud.
That should be easy, right?
Several years before the 1980s, he finished the cross country in second place in 2 consecutive years. What was the name and what year did he finish second? Repeat. His
Years?
Years.
Years. The name and the years, yeah. His nickname was Mud. Several years before the 80s, he finished the cross country in second place in 2 consecutive years. What was the name and what years did he finish second? So,
2 consecutive years. So only
he finished
2
second.
years.
I know something? I didn't really know that.
Really?
I didn't know that he finished two second place.
Okay.
Know the guy very good. Always come and chat.
Two second place finishes. Well, I give them a hint. That might be tough, right? The second place finishes were back to back.
Yeah, just say back to back. Yep.
Yeah.
And all the information, if you go look right in at the somebody win?
No.
Okay.
The same answers and I made the removal, like the
And there's a clue in the question. There's a clue in the question. It starts with a clue.
Okay, yes.
This clue.
True.
His nickname?
Mud.
Mud.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a clue right there. So.
His nickname was
So they
Mud.
could ask wrong. I know more than likely the older guys, but this I think we want to get in a conversation with older cyclists so you could learn certain things.
But the one thing, if I listen closely to the years there, I weren't specific there, so.
Right, exactly. I say his nickname was Mud. Several years before the 1980s, he finished the cross-country cycling race in second place 2 consecutive years. So back to back, he came in second. What was the name and what years did he finish second place? And you can go look right in our magazine. Easy. I mean, well, you know, we give all the clue. And one of the other, especially here.
Yeah.
So this should be pretty easy. The man, a distant relative of my wife.
Scully said, put on thinking.
Yeah. I maybe I could answer because I need a monk for my bike right now.
They want a Boston, they enjoy the game right now, the NBA game.
Huh?
So they want for Boston, they enjoy the NBA game. That's what it's saying.
Oh, okay.
The post,
Okay.
I say it's called the post, England,
Yeah.
the post.
Yeah, they want the crew for Boston. They enjoy the basketball game because Boston they win. Yeah, Boston are my team too.
Boston and Dallas, no?
Yeah.
No worry, Kev.
Is that what game one? Nice.
Question I had for you.
Alright, guys. His nickname was Mud. Mud, 2 back-to-back. 2 back-to-back years, he finished second.
Give them next clue, like,
Need to do their research.
yeah.
All right, so we could give you a clue, right? It's the older rider, so
That was the clue.
the older rider, so it's not recent. Many people are alive. Many people never ban it when he won that. A lot of people nowadays have ban when he won that. I mean when he came in second back to back. But I understand, they make the questions are rough on the guys. Yeah, it's right in there.
Tishibu said, Bolito.
Oh, yeah, right. They said, I understand they make for Bolito, but they make for Bolito. They say that you rough, you kind of like the teacher where telling you have tests and give some hard question. We have to give away this prize, man.
Alright, we got a winner.
We got a winner, right?
Nice.
Keith Anderson.
Keith Anderson.
Keith Anderson. Anthony McLaren, 1962 and 63.
So when they put the name on, they put 2 question mark. Ariel Gordon, but.
Keith Anderson, one of our repeating winners.
Yeah, so that's the correct name.
Nice.
Anthony McLaren. You see what I say? He won in 1962. That when I'm a band. So I tell you, if I 62 years old and 62 years ago he won, and then 62 and 63.
Yeah.
So yes, McLaren, Anthony McLaren. That's my wife distant family members.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice,
mhm.
nice, nice.
Yeah. So Keith, you got a monk. So
Nice.
moving on to the
Question number 3. What are we giving away for question number 3? Socks.
we are giving
Or shirt.
one nice shirt for the Alfred Parks
All right.
Foundation.
Perfect.
One catchable shirt.
So here's question number 3, guys. He took 14 years to win his second cross country. Name the cyclist and the year in which he won his second cross country.
Deep 14 years.
He took 14 years to win his second cross country. 14 years between his first and second.
That means he been very good for about a month and a half.
Yeah, 14 years. Name the cyclist and the year in which he won his second cross country.
And a clue again. You got to be a guy up in his age, right?
Yeah, this is an older cyclist.
Yeah.
That one's a question. Too hard, man.
No, man. Well, we got winners, right? So.
El Stanway that the man when
Yeah, he's
the crowd they want Bolido, no?
yeah.
Well, maybe next week we'll take a new break and we'll do Bolido. But very this cyclist though, I had a lot of chat with him, and I could get explain about that will be a real giveaway. There's something special about this person, about this cyclist. Something special about him that we talk about it and the show more than once.
Really?
Yep, we did
Okay.
mention about him more than
Excellent.
once.
So he took 14 years to win his second cross country, guys. Name the cyclist and the year in which he won his second cross country.
Just 1 year for the.
One year.
14 years, the year he won his second cross country.
Yeah, the second cross country win that a year.
Imagine
Is
go
it,
to
is this in the cycling Bible?
It's
Should be
right
cycling
there. It's
Bible.
right there. It's right
Okay.
there. But there's something special about him. There was a special air. Everybody gives any more clues, right? There was a special air that when he won his first cross country, there was a special air.
Someone say it's good that they know their cycling history.
Yeah.
Yes, they have to study, man. They have to
Oh, I
study.
remember this. We had a question about this one.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So
We got a winner.
now we know, right?
Something to do with.
All right.
Solis.
Nice. See, the questions are challenging. Now we have different winners. You notice that?
Yep.
So this was the guy that his first cross country was a junior,
Yes,
and
yes,
they gave him the.
the handicap. It was
The
the
handicap,
handicap
yes.
years when Jeffrey O'Brien. They were going for 15 minutes and Jeffrey O'Brien and they said, "Give me half an hour, man, we are catching." And they never cut back Clinton Castillo, and he went on to win. He was the only rider that didn't catch, and then 14 years later he actually won when he was elite rider now. So Clinton Castillo
Nice.
was that. So Terhan Solis, you are the winner
of a
this
beautiful catch the ball.
Big up the entire Alfred Parks.
Yes, see Miss
Family.
Rita Thompson always checking in. I see her popping up on the comments. So thank you guys and the Alfred Parks family for a fantastic race. And this is a memorabilia to that great race.
So we have the final question.
Yep.
Oh, you asked a question. That's not me for me
Yeah,
first.
you take it away.
Okay, so the last question.
This is a fun one.
Yeah, this one you win a pair of socks from the unknown donor, and you win a magazine also, right? From Adonis Bike Shop. Last question of the night. Name the foreign cyclist who finished the most time on the podium in the whole Saturday cross country, and the amount of time he did it. So name the foreign cyclist who finished most time on the podium in the cross country races, and the amount of time he did so. Yeah, so we have an international podium,
The most times.
multiple time in the cross country.
And the cross country podium go up to how much?
3.
3, right?
Yeah,
So
3,
top.
yeah.
Yeah. Top 3.
You come in the top 3 that much? Well,
Yes.
I didn't realize that.
Yes.
Sydney,
Yes.
me know that. So you
Question hard for you, so say.
okay. All right, okay.
Yeah.
True. All right.
Yep.
So, very popular name too. Very popular name.
Give him a clue.
Yeah.
Still pretty active in cycling.
Yes, he still I don't think he ride anymore,
No,
but
he doesn't ride anymore.
But he's very involved
Yeah.
from.
No, we can't say from.
Yeah.
Involve is good, Andrew.
One person get a name, one person get a number. So
Alright.
somebody just
Combine, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody put the name and a wrong number, somebody put the wrong name and a
Well, they better play Bolida with the number. They have better play Bolida number.
But you give clues. You give clues.
yeah, but not that easy. I don't tell them which name, I don't tell them which, you know, if they don't know which name, they can just repeat it to the number, they can play the Bolino name. But
Mm-hmm.
So
well, I think the full name have to be. Right?
no. If they give me if they give me a nickname.
I just ask me.
Oh yeah.
This guy is well known, so
Well, very well known
yeah,
in
we,
Belize, yeah.
yeah, we
Very well
we'll
known.
take any.
Yep.
Yeah, winner.
All right, you have a winner.
The man put that put 7.
Look
Yeah,
at these.
Well,
I think these questions are perfect, Andrew.
Gustavo Correa, the name of that cyclist, 5 times he made the
I
podium.
think Gus, correct me if I'm wrong, Elston. I think Gus had 3 second place finishes in that 5.
Hmm?
Yeah, 3 second place. I want to say 3 second and then 2 wins.
Okay.
Yeah, or
Amazing.
maybe 3 second, a win and a third. How many times you won the cross
I think
country?
I won.
One win.
One
win. So it'll be 3 seconds and then a third.
The book later, man.
Can you make sure I'm correct in it? It's Francis.
Okay, Kanisha Francis. Yeah.
Okay, well she's logged on. Khadija Avila.
Yeah. So, folks, those are the prizes of the night. We want to thank each and everyone who participated, all the winners, all the donors. We do appreciate the funds. That's a little token giveaway. Well, next week, I want to get a pie. I want to give a pie from 3.14 pie. So next week, look out, somebody will win a delicious pie. But once they win the pie, they have to give me a slice of it.
Can I participate?
Yeah.
I love the pie.
Yeah, you love the pie.
I love the pie. Well, yeah, I guess maybe we solicit a slice from the winner, right?
Yes, man. We always beg for you. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
Excellent round of questions. Thanks again, Mr. Wade, for contributing those questions. Make it exciting. Give the guys a little assignment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the time fly by so quick. We're almost out of time. We did mention that we might touch upon the tech. So we have to think which we can touch upon bicycle, the technology. Amazing because somebody passed I shop and see me with a syringe in my hand and see me say, now what do you do, Mr. Donors? I said, they bleed the brakes of this bike. You have to bleed brakes. Bike, they're not brakes cable. I said, no, the new bikes are hydraulics. They are like cars and motorcycle, hydraulic oil. You have to make sure the system is properly bleed and things. I said, they would have never had an idea. You know what I said? They feel, you know what the person said? I feel like they boost up the bike like because you have to look at the syringe, actually look at a syringe when I use at the hospital, right? But that it's amazing how the technology get, just they blow through the roof.
Yeah.
All the electronics system, I said the disc brakes, the tubeless tires. One guy bought a bike and when you assemble it, we tell him, well, here what? You have to Bluetooth your system to your phone. And he said, really? I tell him, yes, you have to do that. You want somebody pass and go shift your gear with his phone? The man said he had no idea. He may feel like he just buy a bike, set it up, and I said, no. So the technologies are these. You have a nice bike with all these things we are talking about, the tubeless, the electronics, the disc brakes and everything. And maybe you could tell the fans how good these bikes ride with all these new stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm coming from, mechanical. I've got mechanical. I've had wireless with SRAM, and I've had electronic with DI2. And I can tell you, Andrew, is that there's no way I'm going back. I know you have some riders who you talk to all the time saying, oh, they're not into new technology. But if you're not into new technology, you're just going to get left behind.
Yep.
Because technology is the way. I mean, a lot of stuff is marketing, yes, but a lot of stuff is proven as well.
It's proven.
It's proven. And I was having a conversation with with someone earlier today, and I've said this before to many other people. On this bike, this is the first time I'm actually running tubeless. And the reason that I'm running tubeless was an experiment. And the experiment was based off my research. So what I did was I went out there and I saw, a lot of the pros and stuff, they're racing on tubeless tires. So why are they racing on tubeless tires? Okay, the reason they're racing on tubeless tires is a couple of things. So the rolling resistance is less, and that's proven. That's scientifically proven. If there's not an inner tube in the wheel, it rolls faster, right? Makes sense? Right. Now, so the rolling resistance is better, right? So the wheel is going to be faster, but then you don't have an inner tube. So the logical question would be to ask, well, how durable it is? What if you get flat, right? And that's a valid question. But then there's something called sealants. So it's actually like a milky liquid that you inject again through your stem valve into the tire. And that creates a seal, right? That creates a seal in the tire. So in the event you have a little small puncture, what happens then?
You just heal up the spot, and so you could actually finish a race.
Yeah, so because it's like latex, right? So imagine that is spinning at a high velocity inside the tire, and you got a little puncture, or a little hole in the tire. Now that latex liquid forces its way out and then seal that, right?
Right.
And then you're not flat anymore. So that's the advantage of tubeless. The other thing is too, you can run a lower tire pressure.
Lower tire pressure.
And it's proven that a lower tire pressure is actually faster than a higher tire pressure. You want to talk a little bit more about that?
And get better control.
Yeah.
Well, I have been experiencing on my own about tubeless tires, and I have no complaints. A lot of riders have complaints, they have flat. But I found out that certain tires are better for Belize than other tires.
Of course.
Even though Continentals are very good tire, it's not the best tire in the tubeless for Belize.
Correct.
I am riding some Mavic tires, which are awesome. I had flat, and then I realized I had flat because the sealant I use, that a newer sealant where actually have fiber in it. They have fiber, so they have been researching with sealant, and the sealants keep improving.
You recall the brand of sealant?
Magic Milk, the one I use. Magic Milk. Magic Milk, the one I use, right?
Yeah, I've seen good reviews about Orange as well.
Okay, all right.
Orange brand, But so talk a little bit more about the lower tire pressure and why that's actually faster than the higher.
Well, first of all, because when tires are hard, whenever if a tire if a road is bumpy and you have bumps in it, if it's bumpy and you have 140 psi, when you roll over something, you lose traction, and it's very hard on you because you get all that shaken up. Now the lower air pressure will actually go with like a suspension.
So it's absorbing the road.
Absorbing the road. Yes, and so it spread out the tire when it actually faster. It is faster
because more your bike and the weight is on the road and propelling the bike.
You can corner better to you can go along a corner and won't have a fall. And see how wide they go now. They go 28, 30s. People say, why are you having big fat tires? Amazing. I rode them and I said, it's amazing when you ride a new bike. When guys are bringing a shop and I go test ride, I say, this feel like a Lamborghini or something. Well, I never driven a Lamborghini before, but it really hands well.
Yeah, well, I would give it because I like to say, like, I'm doing 8,000 to 10,000 miles a year, right? So I'm a great test for these things. So I ran 25 millimeter tires at 100, 105, 95. Let's say 95 to 105 psi, right? That's what I used to run. I'm running. Then I switched from. So I switched from 25 mils clinchers with tubes, inner tubes at 100 psi. Then I went to 28 mil with tubes and I run those at 75, 80, right? 75, 72, 80, right? And now I'm running tubeless, 28 mil. Guess the tire pressure?
Yeah, 60.
60, 60, 62, 60, 65 PSI. So you see the big difference from 100, and actually I feel the bike a lot faster with the lower tire pressure and the wider tires, lower tire pressure, wider tires, and tubeless. It's so if you're not adapting to technology, and I'm not saying don't take our word for it, right? Do your own research. Go with what works for you, but do some testing. I mean, be open-minded about it, and don't be stuck in the old ways of doing things, because there's always something better, a better way to do it. Not because we're saying run tubeless, run low tire pressures, go out there and do that. No, take your time, gradually test it out, and then you race it, right?
Yeah, we get signal that we are out of time, but
we are.
Yeah.
Oh,
but what you mentioned, because some people say, boy, I believe in a gator skin, that the boss or whatever. But listen to me, I'm a bike mechanic, and I laugh when I see guys with gator skin, because for race with, never race on a gator skin. That are too much traction. I mean, too much resistance. It's just that's a
slow tire.
That's a slow tire. That heavy. That you come and take that energy, come to the finish. I mean, people say, well, we believe in a gator skin, and I do like gator skin for the average training and riding. But when you race, get racing tires, get your tubeless, make sure you cure properly, and you want to see the result. So. Yeah.
Like I said, and we could touch a little bit more on some other stuff. We'll look into maybe wheels another time, because I have some ideas with wheels. Some guys may say, the deeper wheels might be slower in the crosswinds, but again, with the new technology and wider, the rims are wider now, and wider. It's crazy. Wider is more aero in wheels nowadays. So there's a lot to talk about. Again, we're running out of time as usual. There's never enough time to talk cycling, right?
Give a moment for say your final words.
Well, again, I just want to thank you, Andrew, and thank the team for the opportunity to bring me on the show. I'm always grateful, very happy, very excited. I look forward to Thursday evenings to spend it with you guys and spend it with our lovely fans who are dedicated as the Wheel Turn family. I see some names popping up constantly. Mr. Mano Bevans was pretty active tonight, so thank you very much, Scully, for interacting with us. Thanks to all the winners, and congratulations to them for answering the questions correctly. Again, I think what we experienced all the way down south this weekend was exactly what we envision as far as what cycling needs to become nationwide, right? This was a fantastic event that Mr. Levy and his family put off for the cycling community through the federation, through the Cycling Federation of Belize. And also, I want to say, again, people are always bashing the federation and so forth. We're never ever going to bash the federation. What we're saying is constructive criticism and things to help them. But I do want to recognize them for this year and this new team for continue to work very closely with the different organizers. For example, the Levy, the Pomona folks, anyone that's throwing a race, they're working hand in hand with them, and Letisa and team, Mr. Villanueva, and those guys are doing a fantastic job in working closely with these organizers to run the race through the federation. I would love to see all cycling races ran through the federation. My race coming up on August 10th, that's the same format I'll use. I always run that through the federation and through the WW. But instead of having these kind of rogue events out there, and again, the federation is doing a nice job. Let's look at running all these. So anyone that's thinking about having a race, I know I was in Dangriga, and the mayor, Mr. Moriano, reached out to me and said, "Hey, who can I talk to from the federation? I really want to throw a race and kind of continue to celebrate Dangriga, right?" So I put him in touch with the federation, and that's kind of what we want to do. Anyone that's planning on throwing a race, reach out to the federation, collaborate with those guys, and I want to recognize the federation for being so receptive of that, and that's just going to make cycling grow, and it's going to be the races are going to be ran and officiated the right way, you know. So kind of wanted to give a recognition to those guys. But again, I'm always grateful to be here. You know, thanks to our lovely fans who tune in every Thursday night. Thank you guys so much. Andrew, thank you again for the opportunity. And I'll say good night.
All right. In closing, definitely want to shout out the fans. You know, keep me coming in studios. Sometimes I left city, I'm tired, I had a hard day, but I said, you know, I have to come out to, you know, treat the fans, keep them in touch with what's going on in the cycling world in Belize. It's a beautiful sport. We know it's expensive, but there's a lot of ways, you know, you can make cycling fun, and it's a healthy way of living. I mean, you know, keep you fit, keep you vibrant. Want to thank all the people that give prizes tonight. Thank you. Continue supporting the sport, and each and every one. The with you, Georgian behind the scenes. Lex is not here tonight. Of course, they are family, my immediate family. My sons, daughter-in-laws, kids.
Somebody must say, what you think? Oh, somebody didn't put an answer for where they give away.
Okay. Yeah. I see on the screen, Mr. Edwin Pitts, the man. He's very experienced. He's out in New York, and
Okay.
he said lower air, wider tires and lower air pressure is faster, right? So thank you for that information there, Edwin. Yes. Yes. So in closing, again, thank each and every one who want all the happy birthday people. Continue to enjoy your birthday. Fred, continue to enjoy your anniversary. Actually, left the boy the shop maybe. The Diwali TS, you know how to
Really?
run right
Wow.
there. So
Nice.
so hopefully Friday. Yes, man. But thank you all again. We know we have next weekend. We're going to talk next week about races coming up. I know we have a full weekend of races next weekend. That'll be Father's Day. Father's Day. Yeah.
Big stuff.
And so we probably have to give a Father's Day gift next week. So we look forward for a nice Father's Day gift giveaway. That's why I said I'll give the pie. Yeah.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Yes, but with that said, last but not least, my beautiful wife. Thank you again.
Who's
for
in the
your
house
support.
tonight?
Yes, she's in the house tonight.
All right.
Yep. So, peace out. Have a blessed, safe night. See you sometime soon. We are out.
As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling as the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills as the wheels turn, every Thursday night we